everyone, welcome to another pick a card reading. So today we're looking at how you can be the light in these times of darkness, right? Instead of blaming the problem, how can you be the solution? So that's what the light is all about. So there are three symbols I have in front of you, which represents the three different piles. The first pile will be the seed of life. The second pile will be the Caduceus symbol. And the third pile will be the Yantra symbol. So you can pause the video if you would like to choose which of the three symbols you are intuitively drawn to after you sent it yourself. Once you've chosen the symbol, you can go straight to the timestamps provided down in my description box below, which will take you straight to your reading. However, I just want to let you know that the first part of this reading is going to be about a general introduction. Not introduction, but what the tarot has to say in regards to the COVID-19 and the vaccine. So that will be the first part of the video, what the tarot messages are, and then the second part of the video will be the three different piles and what pile you have chosen that resonates with you. I highly recommend that you stay through the first part of the video so that you can see what the cards have to say in regards to the current situation. Alright, so let's dive straight into the first part of the video. Everyone, thank you for stopping by to watch the first part of the video, which is what the tarot has to say in regards to the COVID-19 situation and the vaccines. I'm very excited to know what the cards have to say myself, since I've not done this reading before. So let's dive straight into it. So what do the cards have to say in regards to the COVID-19 situation and the vaccines? Okay, we have our first card, which is the Tower. No surprise here. So I'm going to leave this card here. And let's see what the cards come out. Okay, too many cards. So what does the cards have to say in regards to the tarot? To the COVID-19 and the vaccines. Okay, we have another card that came out. Oh, wow. The card just before the Tower is the Devil. So we have that card. Again, not a surprise. Let's look at the next card that we have in regards to the COVID-19 and the vaccines. By the way, my decks will be listed in the description box below if you're interested. So yes, I'm just gonna put them back again and let's shuffle. So what do the cards have to say in regards to the COVID-19 situation and the vaccines? I'm just gonna pick one more card, okay? So yes, let's pick one more card and then I'll tell you what cards have to say. Okay, right, so we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, so let's dive straight into our reading. So I'm just going to put the three cards first. Right, so that you can see them. So we're going to look at the first card that we have, which you can see here, and that's the Tower. So the Tower is all about destruction, shaking the foundation, because the foundation has not been built and from solid ground. It was unstable, and therefore it needs to be completely eradicated and destroyed from the bottom, so that a new way of living, a new way of being, right, can be built with a strong and solid foundation. So what's happening right now in the world is everything that no longer serves us, everything that is no longer resonating with Mother Earth, right, with nature. She is the divine feminine, right, and she's now creating. So people who are unable to, they are just asleep. They are forced to just go by the day blindly, one by one, like a sheep, right? She is now forcing the awakening through. So this is a very rude awakening. So the human in general, they have chosen that pain and suffering is going to be the way that they are going to learn and grow and face the consequences of their actions, which is basically karma, right? Your actions leads to specific consequences. So that's what's happening around the world right now. What our choices are, what our action were, we are going to face the consequences of that result. So if whatever choice that you have made, you are going to face the consequence of that choice. So if you chose to get vaccinated, you're going to face the consequence of choosing that. If you chose to be unvaccinated, you're going to face the consequence of choosing that. So I'm not here to tell you what you should be doing, because that's up to you and your own personal research away from the mainstream media, because this is not what this channel is going to be about, and not to further divide the people into two different sections, and we already have enough of that in this world. I want to bring healing and light into this world at this moment right now, and therefore I'm just going to say as the messages are coming through me, which is what Source wants me to share with you, which is basically whatever action that you have chosen, we are now facing the consequences of that action. And that is what the Tower card represents. Okay, if we have built a very shaky foundation as a society, that needs to go, that needs to be demolished, that needs to be eradicated. So that is what the Tower represents. It's a beautiful awakening. If you see it from a different perspective, it can be devastating and heartbreaking if you see it from a different perspective. So it's up to you to choose which perspective and which lens helps you to raise your vibration and brings you in alignment with Source. So I hope you choose which side you want to be, which resonates with you and helps you grow and learn, right? So that's what the Tower card represents, and that's clearly explaining what's happening right now. And you can see a clear divide, right? Like the lightning strikes, it looks here, a clear divide. It reminds me of the two sides of the situation. One side, people who have chosen to be vaccinated, and people who have not chosen to get vaccinated. And there's this clear divide between these two groups, which needs healing. Okay, because we need to come together. We need to know our power. We outnumber all the ruling elites and all of whoever's controlling whoever, right? We outpower and outnumber these people. We have a voice which we need to share, and if we come together as a collective, regardless of our choices, come together in harmony, right, we can make big changes in society, instead of letting fear be the division. That's what's causing this separation, and it's just fear-based, and putting one side against the other is a very easy way of divide and control. So we need to fight that and come together as one people, so that yes, we can build a stronger foundation in harmony, which resonates with our true being and with Mother Nature, right? It's a call for us to awaken. So that's the Power card. The Tower card. Cool that it rhymes with the power, but yes. And the middle, we have the Devil card. So this is not a frightening card as many like to see in the tarot. It's in fact a very important card, because this card, whenever it shows up, it's all about conditioning, and right, freeing ourselves from the conditioning, brainwashing, cognitive dissonance. All of these things tie you and put you in a very close-minded space that doesn't allow you to learn and grow. We need this childlike quality, this curiosity, this inquisitive nature, to want to learn, to want to know more than what you have been fed. Because you've been fed information left, right, and center from the mass media, right? Through every single thing that's been advertised, every single thing that's been shown in the media, and all of these articles. We need to learn how to do a proper research away from these mainstream media, right? And find out the truth. Check for cross-reference, do cross-referencing through your sources. Check for reliability of the sources and the usefulness of the sources, and what these people have. What's their agenda, right? What is their intention? Do they profit from this? Are they investing in this? So ask questions like this. Critical thinking is really important at this point, right? If not, we are tied, right? The devil is all about conditioning. It's all about how you are tied through your own mind, right? You can see the man and the child, right? The man and the woman. It's like this coiled womb, right? Two circles. They are, look at their body language. It's not open at all. It's closed. Okay, they are just stuck in this loop, and they are unaware of that they are being locked and tied and controlled from their own personal thoughts, their own personal conditioning in their mind, because of, just expand and open. Go and do your research, look at both sides, and then make a choice. Don't just stay stuck and listen to one side of the story and ignore the other. It's very important to be open-minded, right? And be curious like a child. Wonder. This will lead you to the correct sources, to the correct information, to the correct group of people, and to your own self that will set you free, so that you're not chained, you're not controlled, you're not fed information, right? Like as if you can't think for yourself, because that's what's happening right now. People are not thinking for themselves. They are being told what to think. They aren't even aware that they are being brainwashed. So that's very, very important, right? And this card, so stay away from media, stay away from the news, stay away from anything that negatively impacts your vibration, so that you can hold the light, which is which is required right now, so that we can bring people together. We can be the light instead of blaming the darkness, which is what this reading is going to be about anyway, when you have chosen the symbol for your reading later. So that's the middle card. So free yourself from your own conditioning, free yourself from your own thoughts, free yourself from your own prison, right? Free yourself. Choose freedom. Make sure that whatever you decide to do comes from your own free will choice, not because you will lose this and this and that if you decide not to do this and this and that, because you need to weigh your pros and cons. Which one has more loss? Do you technically actually lose out by not being able to function in a society because you chose a specific choice? Is that more important to you than your own health and your own body? That's a question that you should ask for yourself. So whatever you choose to decide, whether you want to get vaccinated or you don't want to get vaccinated, make sure you weigh the pros and cons, and make sure the underlying choice is because you want to do it from your own free will, and not because that's what's been told to you. If not, you lose this and this and that. So it's very important that we stay firm in our choice, and that's how we hold the light. So that's the middle card, no surprise there. And this leads to the Tower, right? So it's because of all our past brainwashing, our past conditioning, right, by which we have not freed ourselves from our control. We are all being controlled, right? If we don't free ourselves from those control, what happens is the Tower. So that's why the 15th, the Devil card, leads to the Tower, the break, right, of our foundation, so that we can grow as a society and build a society that truly serves all of us, not just the ruling elites. And we have the last card here, which is the Knight of Wands in reverse. So the Knight of Wands upright. Okay, this is the Knight of Wands upright. Wands is all about passion, inspiration, okay, and this drive to do something. And because it's a knight, it's all about movement. So movement through your mind, through your thoughts. So when it's upright, okay, it's clearly telling you that whatever you are passionately drawn to, okay, you feel instinctively called to do, go towards that, and be aware, because sometimes it might just be an impulse, because that's when it's upright. However, when it's in the reverse position, okay, so this is upright. So when it's in the reverse position, it's asking you to question your choices, question your movement towards wherever you've chosen to move towards to. Question it. Don't just act irrationally and impulsively. So that's what it is when it's in the reverse position. So yes, the reverse position is just, whenever cards are in the reverse position, it's just a shadow aspect of that card. So that's the shadow aspect of the Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm just going to move my camera so you can see. So yeah, so the Knight of Wands is, okay, you can see the Knight as it legs. I mean, the front two legs is already in movement, is already charging towards something in passion, right? But here it's asking you to halt, take a halt. I mean, meaning pause. Don't rush. Don't jump into conclusions. Take a moment, center yourself, calm yourself down. Don't act because you are emotionally charged, okay, in an irrational space of mind. In fact, calm yourself, center yourself, do anything that brings you in alignment with your own self, not to the left or to the right. And from that space, from that calmness and peacefulness, that is the only time where whatever action that you choose to do will truly serve you, okay, serve the purpose. If not, you're just going to be acting crazily, mindlessly. Sorry, I mean, mindlessly is seen positively here, but I'm just using that word, meaning without thinking. That's what I meant, okay? Without thinking, without using your intelligence. So that's what this card is saying. Pause, take a break. It's not the time to take any action right now. It's the time for you to sit and feel everything and then be ready to act. When you finally are able to act, you'll be making the right judgment. So that's the card. It's just saying you it's not the time to act. It's the time for you to reflect. Reflection is very important. And yes, so that's the end of this first part of the video, which is an introduction to the whole situation. I hope this has helped you to shed some light in the situation and to let you know why all of this is happening right now. Why are we going through what we are happening? It's basically what I just mentioned, right? We are going through this phase where we are now paying for all our actions. These is the consequences of our actions. So it's time for us to wait and pause and reflect before we act. And when we do, it will be from the right space. So I send you a lot of love and light. And I hope that you stay centered and you are in peace. And yes, I hope that whatever choice that you make will be in alignment to your truth, not because you're afraid, not because you are acting out from fear. That's the only time where you know that your action is right. Whenever you are doing something because you are doing it because you are afraid, you know that you're off. You're not in alignment with source anymore. So that's my message for all of you. I hope this benefited. Let's go straight into pile 1 for those who have chosen pile 1. So I'll see you guys in your readings. Bye. Hey guys, welcome to your reading. This is the reading for everyone who chose pile 1, the seed of life. So let's dive straight to your reading. How can you be the light in these times of darkness? How can you be part of the solution instead of the problem? What messages does the tarot have for those who are drawn to pile 1? What messages? Okay, the first card is the 9 of Swords. I'm going to draw 2 more tarot cards and then I will tell you what the cards have to say. What messages do you have for those who are drawn to pile 1? Alright, we have the King of Cups in reverse. Okay, I'm going to leave that here as well. I'm going to pick 1 more card for those who are drawn to pile 1. What messages do you have for those who are drawn to pile 1? The seed of life. Okay. We have the Prince of Wands upright. So let's go straight into your reading. The first card that we have is the 9 of Swords. Maybe I'm just gonna leave it here and I'm gonna bring the camera closer. Okay. So the 9 of Swords is about someone who is clearly having sleepless nights. Okay, not being well rested. They are, you can see the spider web at the back. Okay, but there's hope because there's a butterfly flying. So it's a time of transformation, a time of anxiety, mental and physical anxiety. So it's very chaotic in your headspace right now, and you're just thinking, having sleepless nights, having a lot of thoughts, mostly negative, not knowing what to do, how to move forward from this situation. I feel like some of you might be suicidal. It's a message I'm just getting. It's general reading, but if for those of you who are just thinking of committing suicide, all right, and thinking of, you just feel so stuck, you don't know how to move forward, that you're just contemplating, maybe should I just end my life? That's for some of you. For the vast majority, you're just anxious, you just don't know what to do. You're just in this whole space, consumed and absorbed in this suffering and pain. There's a lot of pain and trauma that you're experiencing right now. Okay, so let's look at the second card that we have, which is the King of Cups in reverse. Just moving my camera. Okay, so the King of Cups in reverse, if it's upright, it's somebody who's emotionally very stable. Okay, if it's upright, someone who's very emotionally stable, who is very emotionally matured, okay, very centered, able to act from an emotionally aware space. Okay, you can see his crown chakra is fully open. He's direct. He has a direct connection to source. Everything that comes through him is guided and spiritually and divinely guided and protected, and he's able to offer this and share this cup with everyone because he is in that space already. This is dolphin. Okay, there's a lot of love and light in this card when it's upright. However, when it's in the reverse, like how this card came out, it means somebody, if it shows that someone is emotionally unstable, they are not thinking straight, they are consumed and enveloped in all of their emotions, mostly negative at this time, and they just can't think straight and can't act straight because they're just in so much pain and so much trauma that they're maybe swallowing and self-pity. They're someone who's like just crying, overwhelmed, just feeling so much of pain and anxiety and unable to just do anything. So that's the second card when it's in the reverse. And the third card that we have that is upright is the Prince, or the Prince of Wands, which is the Page of Wands in this deck. So here you see a beautiful colorful rainbow, you see a unicorn, you see a lion, right? And you see this person who there's a childlike quality to this prince. Okay, he's surrounded by a lot of hope, a lot of light, a lot of positivity. So through this experience, for all of you who have chosen this pile 1, you're going to come out of it. So hold space, hold the light, know that this, whatever you're going through right now, is temporary. Okay, it's happening because it wants to teach you a lesson. It's not there because it wants you to continue to suffer in pain and trauma. It wants to show you the way out. And for you to see all of that, sometimes we just need to feel and go through and be honest and vulnerable in how we are feeling before we end up in the third card, where it's a space of hope, a space of rainbow, right? It's like all the 7 chakras coming into alignment, okay, with all your 7 chakras coming into living your truth, speaking your truth, being who you truly are. So this whole lesson here is just you're going through is just to teach you to be more authentic, also to trust in your own trust yourself more. You guys tend to have a lot of self-doubt and very insecure. So at this time, you're unsure of your own thinking. You're unsure of whether that's the right thing to do, that's the wrong thing to do. How am I going to move forward, right? And especially for those of you who have clicked on pile 1 and who are truly suicidal, the message is very, very clear. Hold the light, stay firm, don't let go yet. because look at the third card. This is what's awaiting you, alright? So if you cut the cord right now, you will not experience this, and this is a beautiful blessing that's coming your way. So hold the light. Don't switch off the light. Don't get so fully absorbed in the darkness that you forget to turn on the light. So the message here is for you to please have some hope, okay? Hold on to things that make you feel good, that lift you up, instead of thinking and swallowing in all this negativity that's not helping you at all, right? To change your focus, change your headspace. Okay, so we're going to look at other oracle cards. I'm going to look at this. All my piles will be listed in my description box below. So let's look at what this deck has for you. So what messages do you have for pile 1? How can they be the light in this time of darkness? So pile 1, the message that came strong, there's hope, please don't let go, right? Don't let go yet, it's not the time. Okay, toxic environment, emotional vampires, radio toxic. Yes, you are surrounded by people who are not good for you, okay? Not just people, the mass media, okay? Whoever, whatever you're reading, okay? Whatever you're feeding yourself, it's all negative, okay? It's toxic. It's keeping you stuck in this 9 of Swords energy, okay? And it's making you feel emotionally unstable, right? And this card is just a reinforcement of the 3 tarot cards. So toxic environment, emotional vampires. Free yourself from this toxic environment, whatever this is. If it's a group of people, if it's your workspace, whatever that is, it's time for you to let go. All right, remove yourself from the situation so that you can come back into alignment with who you truly are, which I truly believe is the King of Cups in upright position. Okay, that's where you're headed, and for you to go towards that space, you need to clear whatever is bringing you down. Okay, there's hope. The unicorn is magical. Okay, you're going to come into this space where strength and courage is what's going to lead you, not this pain and trauma and this toxicity. So that's the first oracle card that came out, Radio Toxic, and it's an upright position, number 6. Okay, so let's look at another deck and what message we have. So how can pile 1 hold space, hold the light, instead of being consumed by the darkness? Okay, we've got our message. And plant spirits. I'm going to read to you what it says below. Are you feeling like you could use a friend? Could you benefit from wise counsel? Deepen your relationship with the plant spirits. Meditate or journey with the intention to connect with the plant ally. Creator gives us special plants for healing, divination, and ceremony. Herbs help keep us healthy. Aromatic plants clear our energy fields. Powerful teaching plants offer healing and revelation in sacred ceremony. Creating sacred alliances with the plant people deepens our relationship with Panchamama, which is basically Mother Earth. Okay, so here, if you are into herbalism, if you love plants, it's asking you to spend time in nature. Go and research about plants and their healing properties. That's where all medicines come from anyway. So yeah, spend time with Mother Nature, connect with plants. If you can, go for walks in nature, just trek, do something that allows you to free yourself from the toxic environment, because nature is healing. Plants are healing. They are our friends. In fact, they are our best friends, because without plants, without the trees, we have no oxygen, right? That's our most important relationship that we have, is the trees. Half our lungs are outside. Without trees, we can't breathe. So that's a very important relationship that we want to strengthen and deepen. So connect with plants. Okay, if any of my video got cut, but yes, I was saying, so connect, spend time with plants. If any herbs come into your space, go and research and find out more about it. If you are naturally drawn to herbalism, okay, to learning about plants, it's time for you to spend time with that, because you have connection with plants, okay, and it'll be very important for your healing. So that is the message from that deck. Coincidentally, the next deck we're looking at is also plants, a message from the plants. So let's see what is your final message from this oracle deck. Okay, we have the tree. Okay, this is a tree, and its message is subconscious. So here, the message here is very important. It's again reinforcing the tarot cards. So it says here subconscious, you can see. So it's again reinforcing with all the tarot cards about being aware of our subconscious mind, because that is what drives most of our actions in this plane. Because if we're not aware, then we are always going to be acting from our subconscious mind, not consciously, not from conscious awareness. So you don't want to be acting from this space, because this is where all our pain and trauma and all of our unhealed aspects are trapped inside. Okay, our social conditioning, our brainwashing, all of that is from this space, and any action done from this space will never be the right action, because it's not from a conscious awareness space. Okay, because from that you need to be in alignment with source, you need to be in alignment with your being, so that whatever you do is something that will truly serve you, right? Not something you're just doing because it's an automatic reaction. It's because it's compulsive in nature, not conscious. So that is what this message is here. Very, very important. Okay, and that will help you to come out of this toxic situation. Okay, always whatever you do, be more aware of where you are. If you can, use your 5 senses. That will help you to center and be present. So look around you. What can you see? What can you hear? What can you touch? So all of these physical senses will help you to ground yourself, so that you're not trapped in all of this anxiety, pain, and trauma. Another message that's coming through is, if you can, every single day, spend 10 minutes out in nature barefoot. Walk on the soil barefoot. That will help you to ground yourself. Okay, free electrons will come into your body and help you to heal and cleanse yourself energetically, so you're not trapped in this mental headspace. So every single day, go out, walk on the ground, okay, the soil, Mother Earth. Put your feet on Mother Earth. Feel grounded. Feel nurtured. Know that you're not alone. Okay, you're guided and protected, right? And I know I said this is the last card, but actually I have one more angel message. So let's look at that, and that will end the reading. So what do the angels want to say to you right now? For those who are drawn to pile 1, the seed of life. What message does the angels have for you? Okay. So, wisdom. Everything has a place and purpose. To be wise is to have great love, tolerance, and compassion for all things. And compassion first begins with yourself. Okay, have compassion for yourself. Know that it's okay how you're feeling, right? Don't be so hard on yourself. Okay, you treat yourself like how you would treat somebody you love, right? Give all that love to yourself. Know that it's okay. Don't blame yourself. Don't put any more trauma and pain on yourself by putting more blame. That's not going to help the solution, because that's just going to make you more consumed in the darkness. But instead, focus on the light. Focus on love. Focus on knowing that you're going through this phase right now that you're going to come out of successfully. Okay, don't forget, they're going to come out of successfully. You're going to have so much strength, so much courage, okay, magic, okay, that surrounds you, that will help you once you come out of this 9 of Swords and the King of Cups in reverse energy, because your emotions, okay, once they're centered, will actually truly guide you. You'll know. So you just have to turn this card in its upright position. Alright, so wisdom is the last message. So that sums up your entire reading. I hope this reading was beneficial and useful for you guys. I look forward to seeing you all in my future readings. Take care. Blessings and love. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to your reading. This is for everyone who chose pile 2, the Caduceus symbol. So if you're drawn to this symbol, this is your reading. We're looking at how can you be the light in these times of darkness. How can you be part of the solution instead of the problem? So what messages do you have for those who are drawn to pile 2? Okay, the first, there's 2 cards, so I'm just going to shuffle it again. What messages do you have for those who are drawn to pile 2? Oh, okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. That's the first card. I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to take 2 more cards and then I will tell you what comes through. So second card, let's look at the second card. What messages do you have for those who are drawn to pile 2? Too many cards, so I'm going to put that back. What messages do you have for those? Okay, we have the 10 of Cups in reverse. So this is the 10 of Cups upright, and this is the 10 of Cups in reverse. So I'm going to leave that here. Okay, so let's pick the last tarot card. What messages do you have for those people who are drawn to pile 2? Okay, so we have the 3 of Cups. Alright, and upright. Okay, for those of you who are drawn to this pile, I feel like you are very strong divine feminine. Okay, even if you're a man, it doesn't mean that you can't have a divine. All human beings, regardless of male and female, you have divine feminine and divine masculine, which is basically the receptive and the part of you that does all of the actions, the action oriented side. So it's not a male and female thing, just to be clear. So the first card that we have is the Queen of Pentacles. This is a very strong, even if you're a male, okay, it can apply to you as well. Okay, you're just very strong in who you are. You know who you truly are. You are abundant. Okay, you're so much to give. You're very nurturing. Okay, and yes, you just look at nature surrounding you, top, left, bottom, and right. It's a very beautiful card, surrounded by Mother Nature. So you have a deep connection with nature. Alright, this card is reinforcing your connection with Mother Nature, how abundant and resourceful you are. So don't ever doubt what messages that comes through you, divine messages. Don't doubt them. Okay, if you ever question that maybe I might be crazy or whatever, no, the card is saying that you're absolutely in the right track. Don't ever doubt that. However, because of how strong and fierce your feminine energy is, sometimes it can cause problems in relationships. Okay, because the people around you are not as aware and self-conscious as you. So this is a general reading, but for those of you who are in a married relationship, or married or in a relationship, in a romantic union, who have children or whatever, all of the situation, this card in reverse, if upright, it's a happy family. The mom and dad and the child, everybody's happy, surrounded by all the 7 chakras. Okay, they're just together and happy. But it's in reverse, the 10 of Cups, showing marital discord, okay, disharmony, disagreements. Okay, if you're not married, if you're single, then this applies to your social relationships, career, friends, family. Maybe everybody does not feel the same way as you feel. Okay, they don't share the same views and opinions as you, and that's causing a break in your relationships. However, Source is reminding you that you are right. Whatever you are holding true to your heart, that you know to be true, right? Stay firm in those messages that you have. Don't let other people's opinions and thoughts sway you, persuade you in changing who you are, okay, knowing who you are. So this is going to be temporary situation, okay, that I see healing because of the third card. It's all about celebration, coming together with people and who share the same views and same opinions as you, who are your soul tribe. So if this is ending in a breakup, or a breakup in friendships, or a breakup in a family relationship, then you are going to draw in your soul tribe, people who are resonating with you on a soul level, okay? They will come into your space because you are in alignment with who you truly are. That is one meaning of it. Another meaning of it is these relationships will be healed and everything will be settled. So it's a general reading. So these are the two messages I'm getting. But the end result, either ways, is going to be positive. Okay, it's celebratory. Okay, you see this is the triple goddess sign. Okay, so which is the maiden, right? The full moon, the mother, and the crone. So wisdom, youthfulness, the childlikeness, and the mother, the nurturing quality, all in harmony. So you will attract a soul tribe. So how can you be the light? You can be the light by staying firmly and truly to who you are. Okay, spend time with Mother Nature, spend time with whatever helps you to bring yourself in alignment with this abundant energy which you naturally possess and are capable of manifesting. All right, don't let these negative quarrels or these negative discords bring you down. Okay, don't try and tell them what to do or what they should be doing, because that's not going to help. People can make their own judgments and their own choices. We can only be the light by staying true to ourselves, and that will attract the people who resonate with us, and they will come into our space, which is the third card. We can't change people. That's only they can do. You can't do that. Okay, that card, this is a reading that's reminding you of that. You can't change people. That's not why you are here. You are here to just bring people who, like you, are holding the light, not by trying to force the light into others. You can't do that. All right? So remember that. So let's look at the oracle cards for further guidance. So I'm going to put that up again. And sorry, this card, let's stand. I'm going to just fix this a bit. All right, so I have 3 oracle cards we're going to look at. So the first one, all my decks will be listed in my description box below, so you can check that out. So let's look at the first oracle card. Messages for pile 1. What messages do you have for... Oh, oopsie doopsie, sorry. Let's shuffle that again. What messages do you have for those who are drawn to pile 2? Sorry if I said pile 1. Pile 2. Okay. Alright. You have this card in upright position. Is the law of balance, harmony, equipoise, avoiding extremes. Right. So sometimes when we know what everybody should be doing, when we just know and we're just trying to help, but sometimes we think we need to shove in the information in their head, shove in the article, shove in the news, and try and get them to see what you are able to see. This card is just reinforcing that is going to take you off balance. You're not going to be in alignment, because that is you acting out of this need to save people, which will never ever save people, because we can only do that by staying true to ourselves, by our own being, by staying firm with our choice. And people will want to know, why are you doing what you're doing, why have you chosen what you've chosen, and then they will come to you. And when they come to you, that means they are open, and that's when you can share, and that's when everything that you do is not going to be from a space of attachment to these people. that you're trying to save. Because most of the time, if we are trying to change people's points of views and opinions, that's all because of our attachments, and that's not going to help them in any way, and neither is it going to help you. It's going to tip you off balance. So the law of balance is really important to staying centered, right? To avoid extremes on any side, okay? So that we can come into alignment with who we truly are, so that people will be open to listening to you. If not, it's going to be counterproductive. So that's a card that's reminding you of that. Let's look at the next card that we have from the next deck. What messages do you have for those who are drawn to pile 2? Oopsie doopsie. Okay, we have a card here. It says, I'm going to read to you what it says. It says, how is your personal healing? Are you paying as much attention to your own healing as the healing of others? Allow the principle of the healer to inspire you. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce that word, so I'm going to try. But that practice, impeccability. Healers must always track their own shadow and admit when projecting onto others. Healers are willing to dive to the depths to face their own darkness. What is irritating you about others, beloved? Track this projection within yourself. The path of the wounded healer calls for clarity with compassion for all. Wow, so beautiful. It ties into the entire tarot reading, right? So sometimes whenever we want trying to avoid our own shadows, it's very easy for us to project that and to try and fix other people without realizing how that it's not helping the other people, and neither is it helping you, because it's a way of distraction from your own shadows, a way of distraction from your own healing that you need to do. All right, so you are a natural healer. You're gifted in that space, but before you can heal anybody else, you first need to heal yourself. So you can pause the video here to take it some time to take this in. All right, I'm just going to leave the card here. So this card is just reminding you to center yourself, come into alignment with yourself, look at why the other people's choices, the other people's decisions, okay, is triggering you, right? Which is the middle card. Why is it causing so much of tension in your relationships, family relationships, okay, romantic relationships, work relationships? Why can't you all come together and communicate? What is causing that? So it cannot be just the other person's opinions and the other person's belief. The card's just reminding you that the way you handle it is also part of the problem, right? So if you want to be part of the light, sometimes we need to focus on our own light, okay, to be centering our own self. Then naturally, because our light is turned on, people are drawn to that light naturally. You don't have to go to people and force them into awakening. That does not happen. That does not work. It's always counterproductive, and this card is also reinforcing that. All right, so I'm going to leave this card here, and let's look at the next oracle card that we have. Let's shuffle it. So I feel for those of you who are drawn to this pile, other people's opinions and how other people are living their life, especially if you're attached to them, has a very heavy weight on you, because you want to help everybody, even though your intention is pure. The way you're going about doing it is not in alignment at this point of time. So the messages in the card is just asking you to draw attention to yourself, focus on your own self and your own healing, and don't be worried about other people, right? And in time to come, all the relationships will heal. The people who are in alignment with your truth will come to you, and that's what the Three of Cups is, okay? So let's look at the message. Okay, the flower card, we have Moonflower, Death and Rebirth. Beautiful reinforcement. So I'll leave this card here. So death and rebirth. So all old ideas, all old way of being needs to go, right? So that you can be born again, reborn again, right? And the way that you think will be helping people will change, okay? Because there's going to be an inner transformation that's going to happen with your own personal life through all this discord and all these disharmony with all the people. They most probably will leave your social space. and that will cause major triggering. You need to go inwards to find out what you need to heal, and that rebirth will bring you your soul tribe, will bring you the people who are meant to be in your social space. So this card is just reinforcing that. Okay, old ways of being needs to let be gone so that new ways of being can come into your awareness, and you can be the healer you're meant to be and be the light instead of being the darkness, the problem. I'm going to end off my final message from the angel healing cards. So let's look at your message. What message do you have for those who are drawn to pile 2? What do the angels have to say for those who are drawn to pile 2? Okay, I think one card flipped. Okay, no, actually 2 cards flipped. So I'm going to turn that around and shuffle again. What messages do you have for those who are drawn to pile 2? Okay. Blue angel. Okay, so if you're familiar with Archangel Michael, he's up right here. It's my favorite angel. So here, I, Archangel Michael, am here by your side. I am all around you and will forever protect you. Remember this whenever you feel fearful. I love you and all is well. There's a reminder again that you are protected, you are guided, all right? Whatever happens, okay, because this is the angel that holds the sword, right? He will clear your space for you. If everything does not resonate, we'll have to leave, so that what will resonate with you can come into your space. So just remember that whatever's happening is for your best interest, that you are loved and all is well, and that's how you can be the light, right, and the solution to the situation. So I hope this reading has been beneficial and useful for you guys. I look forward to seeing y'all in my future readings. Take care and bye. Hi guys, welcome to your reading. This is for everyone who chose pile 3, the Sri Yantra symbol. We're looking at how can you be part of the solution, the light in these times of darkness. So let's go straight to your reading. I'm going to pick 3 tarot cards. The first card just fell, and we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Let's look at the other 2 cards that we're going to get. Okay, I think one card flipped. Let's see. Yes, we have the 3 of Swords. I'm just going to leave the card here. I'll look at them later. And I'm going to pick one more tarot card, the last tarot card, before we look at your oracle cards for further guidance. What messages do you have for those who are drawn to pile 3? I think this one wants to come out. Yes, the Strength. Okay. So let's put this down. Okay, so you can see your tarot cards. I'm just going to come closer so that you can look at the first card that we have. So you have the Queen of Cups, but in reverse. The Queen of Cups upright, okay, is someone who is very intuitive, very in alignment with the moon and its cycles, and which means you're very in alignment with your body, right? You're aware of what food to eat, how you feel when you eat certain foods. You're aware of how you feel when you do certain things. You're aware of how you feel when you act in a certain way. So you're very in tune with your physical body, which tells you how your emotional state of being is. So that this awareness comes from the Queen of Cups. She's emotionally mature and stable and very, very intuitive. So in the reverse, it's basically the shadow aspect of the Queen of Cups. So here she is. So I feel like all of you, in your natural state of being, you are this Queen of Cups in the upright position. But right now, because of everything that's happening, the card is coming out in reverse, which is asking you to pay attention to how you are truly feeling, because you are intuitive by nature, okay? and you are guided spiritually, but sometimes because of external situation and external environment, it can dampen your spirits. It can make you feel emotionally drained at this time. So maybe a lot of people are coming to you for advice. A lot of people are coming to you pouring out all their pain and sorrow, and that is making you feel so much anger, hatred, and all of this negative energy that is putting you off alignment with who you truly are, which is the Queen of Cups in upright. Okay, so it's asking you to turn this card in its upright position. So that's how you can be the light instead of the problem. Because if it's in the reverse position, like how the card came out, then that means that whatever action you're going to do is not going to come from the right space, not from a stable mind, body, and soul, right? It's going to be very emotionally driven, and therefore it's not going to make you feel good, basically. Okay, so that's why the card is in reverse. So that's how you can turn on the light, by being aware of that. The middle card is the Three of Swords. So you can see this is somebody who is really hurt emotionally, physically, mentally, psychologically, whatever ways that can be, since it's a general reading. So someone who is in a lot of pain and trauma and is stuck in this heartbreak, which is why the Queen of Cups came in the reverse position. So this card is calling you to do deep soul healing, spending some time by yourself, feeling all these emotions and seeing why you are feeling this way, and what is the lessons, what is it trying to teach you, what can you learn from it, so that you can rise again and be the angel that you are, because you have wings, right? Because you're very sensitive by nature, and little things can affect you and drain you easily. So it's asking you to be aware of that, so that you can lift your spirits, center yourself, and not, be involved, but at the same time be involved from an observer point of view. So don't take everything in and become so deeply hurt and influenced, like as if you are then subjective, because you're now involved in the situation. You're no more objective anymore. So that will have a veil in front of you that will not allow you to see things clearly, and therefore what you do and act won't be in alignment. So that's why shadow work is really important, right? Seeing how we can heal ourselves, because that's what's triggering all of these pain and trauma, so that we act from a space of awareness, from an observer point of view, so that we don't get drained, so that we can make clear judgments and clear decisions and clear choices, and not be emotionally driven, which can never lead to a positive outcome, because then you become the problem. You become part of the darkness instead of the light. The last tarot card that we have is the Strength card. So you can see there's a lion here again. It's all about this strength, this courage, and this infinity symbol here, right? So you are this warrior, you're fearless, you have this warrior spirit in you, and you're gonna have the strength to overcome whatever this Three of Swords energy is. Okay, you will come out of it strong and victorious. This is the temporary state of being. You will get out of it. You'll come out of it courageous. You'll be able to, your actions will be motivated and driven from a right space when you do all the healing that's required, so that you don't act from a space of reaction, right? Like when you're triggered, you just react to the situation. That wouldn't be where you'll be coming from. In fact, you'll be more aware and more wise in your decisions and your steps in healing, in guiding yourself and others. So those are your 3 tarot messages on how you can be the light. We're looking at oracle cards as well. So let's look at the first deck. So what messages do you have for those who are drawn to pile 3? Okay. So we have opportunity, timelessness, and pay attention. Wow. Okay, and this came up in the reverse position. So here If it's in the upright position, it's very synchronistic in nature. Okay, so it's asking you to pay attention to your signs. Whatever signs come to you, sometimes it can be numbers, repeating numbers. Okay, that's asking you to pay attention to your specific thought that you're having at that specific time. Okay, it will tell you whether that's the right way to go towards or not, right? Pay attention to signs and synchronicities and opportunities that come your way when it's in the upright position, right? When it's in the reverse position, it's telling you that, it's basically saying that you're not paying attention right now. You're not taking opportunities. You're not acting in a timelessness manner. Okay, you're being impulsive. You're being very callous in this space because you're emotionally triggered. So Source is asking you to try and pay attention to what's happening. Be more aware of your surroundings and timeless synchronicities, okay, which can be number synchronicities. It can be random people coming into your space at a specific time, and it can be the help that you need that comes. So pay attention to opportunities like that, right? So let's look at the next oracle card that we have. Let's just move this. Okay. What messages do you have for those who are drawn to pile 3? Okay. Oh, wow. I think this card came out for those who chose, I can't remember, it's pile 1. I think it's pile 1, yes. For pile 1, those who chose pile 1, this exact card also came out as well. So here, plant spirits. Okay, I'm going to read to you what it says. It says, are you feeling like you could use a friend? Could you benefit from wise counsel? Deepen your relationship with the plant spirits. Meditate or journey with the intention to connect with the plant alley. Creator gives us special plants for healing, divination, and ceremony. Herbs keeps us healthy. Aromatic plants clear our energy fields. Powerful teaching plants offer healing and revelation in sacred ceremony. Creating sacred alliances with the plant people deepens our relationship with Panchama, which is basically Mother Earth. So here's plant spirits, okay? If you're into plants and herbs, right, it's asking you to check those out. Ayurveda, okay, plant healing. There's a lot there in Ayurveda. So all medicines come from plants anyway, but it's just very minimal. So that's why it's only cures the symptoms when you do allopathic medication, which is why you want to stay away from that. But plants are our natural healers, so if you can spend time out in nature, go and take a walk, right? Connect with plants. You have a natural bond and connection with them, some of you. Otherwise, plants can heal you, and take herbs, all right? Research in this specific area. So that's the message that's coming through. And let's look at the next deck. I'm just going to move this here. What messages do you have for those who are drawn to pile 3? Okay, 2 cards flip. Let's flip. Okay. Alright, so the card Abundance came out. So here, this card is just a reminder that you are blessed abundantly, okay? I don't think you're suffering from a lack of anything. If you are, then this card is calling and asking you to switch your mindset to an abundance mindset so that you attract and manifest abundance into your life, so that you don't stay stagnant in this lack mindset, because where you are, what you're thinking of is what's manifesting in reality. So if you want abundance, if you want to be taken care of, then that's where you need to be thinking and focusing on, not the lack, because that's where your mindset is. Then that's not going to create that space. It's just like a radio frequency, right? When you tune your radio to the correct frequency, it gives you the channel. So if abundance is the channel that you want to tune into, then you have to be in that space. It's just how it works, right? I don't know if you can hear the bell ringing, but that is just a reinforcement of what I just mentioned. Okay, abundance. Know that you're abundant and attract that abundance that you truly deserve into your space in life. The last card is going to be from the Angels Healing deck. So let's look at what messages do the angels have for you right now. What messages do the angels have for you right now so that you can be the light in these times of darkness? Middle path. Embrace both sides. The middle path is the road to a balanced and more peaceful life. So here the card is just asking you to not be extreme in your actions. Okay, not take extreme measures, all right, because that's not going to bring people together. It's not going to be peaceful. It's going to cause more divide and chaos, which we already have enough of. So here it's asking you to thread with empathy for both sides, right? And yeah, come into alignment, be balanced and centered, and know that whatever decision that you make from an emotional, mature space, not because you're triggered, will be the right decision. And that's how you can be the light and the solution in these times of darkness. So that's the end of your reading. I hope it's been beneficial and useful for you guys. I look forward to seeing you guys in my future readings. Bye.